Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the video. So we had yet again another large move in the stock market this week, and in this video we're going over what played out to trigger that move and what to expect in the week ahead, including what needs to happen to see new highs or what needs to happen to stop this run in stocks. Also going over the top trade ideas that I'm watching in the week and weeks ahead, and let's go ahead and get into it. So starting out by taking a look at the S&P futures chart, we've been going over this 55.85 to 56.63 range for weeks now, as it was the well-defined 2-week consolidation that broke down a couple weeks ago and then reclaimed back within it at the end of last week. We went over that a successful break and hold above 56.63 would trigger the breakout, and that is exactly what played out this week. So Monday's large gap up was due to the futures contract roll into the December contract, but nonetheless, it did act as that breakout trigger above 56.63 and led to a successful break above 57.08 that resulted in strong follow-through to new all-time highs after a couple of attempts. The catalyst behind the large move this week was the rate decision where the Fed decided to cut rates by 50 basis points. There was not a strong reaction from the market either way on the day of FOMC, but it was the following day that got that positive reaction and result. So for the outlook into next week, buyers continue to be in full control of the trend and the market is in buy the dip mode. The key support levels to watch below are at 57.37, 57.08, and then 56.63 to 56.69, which I would now consider more of a zone. And that zone will be the line in the sand for buyers, as that was the breakout trigger this week and also successfully backtested it as new support. Expect the market to be in buy the dip mode as long as it holds, or it can act as the downside trigger on the break below and open downside back into the previous consolidation range, likely towards 55.85 below. On the upside, I'd be watching Thursday's high at 57.97.5, along with the 5800 psychological level slightly above there, where above it sends it to new all-time highs and back into price discovery mode once again. So now getting into some trade ideas, starting out with Tesla stock, ticker symbol TSLA. So we've gone over this breakout setup on Tesla stock, which is a break above the 3-year-long trendline resistance. It did have a fake out earlier this year where it broke above and it failed back below, but recently it was able to reclaim and confirm the break once again. Along with that, on Thursday it broke and closed above the key 234.5 to 235 resistance, which has been the top of the trading range since July. This triggered the range breakout and sets the stock up for continued upside as long as it holds. So 234.5 to 235 now becomes key support and the level to watch for a possible backtest of the recent breakout. And if it holds, it targets levels above at the 245.5 gap fill, 258.8, and then 265 above there, which would be the larger cup and handle breakout trigger and open up a lot more upside if it was to see a successful break above there as well. Zillow, ticker symbol Z, is a stock that we went over last week, and it has played out very nicely so far. So we went over to watch for the breakout move to start on a break above 59.8 to 60, which could then target 65.5 above there. And 65.5 is a major historical level as we went over, and has acted as the biggest pivot point since 2018. And this week, the stock got the breakout with strong follow-through, starting the move above 59.8 to 60 and ran all the way up to above 65.5 as well. There's not much resistance between 65.5 and 83.65 to 85 as the next key zone above, so there's potential for a much larger move here. So moving forward, 65.5 now becomes key support to hold and the level of interest to watch for potential backtest of the breakout. As long as it holds, there's a great chance for continued upside towards that next key zone above. It just broke out of more than a 2.5-year long consolidation, so there's a ton of built up energy for a big run if it does continue to follow through. And another stock that I'm keeping on close watch in the week ahead is TOST, ticker symbol TOST. As we can see, this is a very similar setup to Zillow, as the stock has built out an almost 3-year long consolidation base and is on the verge of breaking out of it. So I'd be watching 27.85, which is the top of the current range, to act as the breakout trigger on a break and hold above. And from there, the next key levels and upside targets would be at 30.8 and then $40 per share. And this could be tradable to buy above 27.85 and play it with a tight stop loss back below there. And Nike, ticker symbol NKE, is also one to keep on watch for the week ahead as a reversal play. So the stock had a large gap up on Friday after news of their CEO stepping down, which investors are taking as a large positive catalyst. So taking a look at the chart, the stock had already put in a successful higher low off the 50-day moving average, which is the first step to any upside reversal, and Friday's move was also a higher high above the 84 to 85.49 key zone, which now becomes key support. If it is able to hold that 84 to 85.49 zone, it is set up for further upside, which can target the 200-day moving average along with the 93.3 gap fill, 95, and then $100 per share as those next target levels above, and it can be playable with a stop loss back below $84 per share, which buyers would prefer to see no lower than to keep the setup intact. So that is everything that I'm watching for in the week ahead. Like we've talked about before, the best move is to not fade the trend, especially into new highs. Even if things get overbought, they can always get more overbought, but there's no reason to fight the trend overall. So thank you guys for watching. For anybody interested in joining the private Discord chat, that's the first link down in the description to get my personal trade alerts, nightly watch lists, and answer any questions you guys have in there. I'll catch you guys next time. Good luck trading the week ahead, and peace out.